How an Ultramarine is created, the process that turns a boy into a god of war. A Space Marine is not born, he is built. The process takes years, involves 19 separate surgical implants, and kills a significant number of those who attempt it. Those who survive are no longer human in any meaningful biological sense. They are something the Emperor designed specifically to fight a galaxy that would otherwise destroy mankind. The selection. Ultramarines recruits are drawn primarily from the worlds of Ultramar. Candidates must be young, typically between 10 and 14 years old at the start of the process. The younger the recruit, the better the implants take. Beyond a certain age of physical maturity, the gene seed organs will not integrate correctly and the process fails. Every candidate undergoes tissue compatibility testing and psychological screening before anything else. The gene seed is keyed to male hormones and genetic structure, so only males are compatible. Only a small percentage of those tested pass. Those who do are designated aspirants. Those who complete the entire process become full battle brothers of the chapter. The Ultramarines hold one of the purest and most stable gene seed stocks of any chapter in the Imperium. All 19 implant types function fully in Ultramarines recruits. This is one of the primary reasons the Ultramarines have produced more successor chapters than any other first founding chapter. The 19 implants. The implants are introduced in stages across several years. Many of the surgeries are performed without anesthetic, because the implanted organs must integrate with an active nervous system to function correctly. The process is painful throughout. Several implants only function in the presence of others, meaning the failure or rejection of one organ can compromise the entire sequence. Phase 1. Secondary heart. The first implant and the most self-sufficient. A second heart that can maintain full life functions even if the original is destroyed. It also boosts blood supply during combat. This implant allows a Space Marine to survive injuries that would kill any normal human instantly. Phase 2. Osmedulla. A small tubular organ that secretes hormones affecting the skeleton. It causes the bones to absorb ceramic-based chemicals laced into the recruit's diet. Within 2 years, the long bones increase significantly in size and strength. The ribcage fuses into a solid interlocking mass of bone plates, bulletproof and nearly impossible to break. Phase 3. Biscopia. Implanted into the chest cavity. This organ releases hormones that drive extreme muscle growth across the entire body. It also provides the hormonal foundation for many of the later implants to function. Phase 4. Haemostanon. A tiny organ placed directly into a main blood vessel. It monitors and controls the Phase 2 and 3 implants and alters the blood itself, making it significantly more efficient at carrying oxygen. Ultramarine blood runs a brighter red than human blood as a result. Phase 5. Larraman's organ. A liver-shaped organ implanted into the chest cavity. It generates Larraman cells, which are released into the bloodstream when the recruit is wounded. These cells latch onto white blood cells, travel to the wound site, and form instant scar tissue on contact with air. A Space Marine's wounds seal themselves in seconds. Phase 6. Catalepsian node. A brain implant. It allows a Space Marine to switch off sections of the brain in sequence, replacing conventional sleep with a rest cycle that keeps the warrior partially aware of his surroundings at all times. A Space Marine can remain combat effective for over 300 hours without proper sleep. Phase 7. Preomna. A pre-digestive stomach placed between the esophagus and the main stomach. It detoxifies almost anything before it reaches the digestive system. A Space Marine can eat substances that would kill a normal human. Phase 8. Omophagea. One of the most unusual implants. This organ is woven into the spinal cord and connected to the stomach. It allows a Space Marine to absorb genetic memory from the tissue of whatever he consumes by eating the flesh of an enemy. Astartes can absorb their memories and experiences. This is the biological origin of some chapters' ritual consumption of the fallen. Phase 9. Multi-lung. A third lung, more efficient than the original 2. Capable of filtering toxic atmospheres and extracting oxygen from environments that would suffocate a normal human. Phase 10. Oculobe. An implant to the brain that upgrades the optic nerves and visual centers. It does not give a Space Marine additional eyes, but dramatically enhances the ones he has, including improved performance in low light and darkness. Phase 11. Lyman's ear. An implant to the inner ear that that enhances hearing to the point where a Space Marine can choose to consciously filter sounds, blocking out noise or focusing on a single specific sound source at extreme range. It also makes Space Marines immune to dizziness and disorientation. Phase 12 Sausan Membrane. A brain implant that allows a Space Marine to enter a state of suspended animation voluntarily or automatically if the body sustains catastrophic damage. A warrior in this state can survive for years in conditions that would kill any other creature. Recovery requires either the right chemical stimulus or the assistance of an apothecary. Phase 13 Melanochrome. A skin implant that reacts to radiation and changes skin pigmentation to protect the body. It provides some resistance to harmful radiation and explains the variation in skin tone seen across some Space Marine chapters after long deployments in different environments. Phase 14 Olytic Kidney. An additional organ that works alongside the existing kidneys to filter the blood more aggressively, neutralizing poisons and toxins at a rate far beyond normal human physiology. It also works in concert with the Preomna to manage the effects of the most extreme substances the Astartes might consume. Phase 15 Neuroglottis. An implant connected to the mouth and throat that allows a Space Marine to analyze substances by taste or smell, identifying poisons, tracking targets by scent, and assessing whether a source of food or water is safe to consume. Phase 16 Muconoid. This organ causes the skin to secrete a waxy substance when stimulated by the right hypnotic command. The coating provides significant protection against extreme temperature and can even allow a Space Marine to survive briefly in a vacuum. Phase 17 Becher's gland. Two small glands implanted into the mouth, similar to a snake's venom glands. They produce a powerful acid that a Space Marine can spit as a weapon. The acid is corrosive enough to dissolve metal. The Astartes themselves are immune to it. Phase 18 Progenoid glands. Two glands, one in the neck and one in the chest, that grow over time and absorb the genetic material of all the other implants. These are the most important organs in the entire chapter's continuation. When a Space Marine dies, an apothecary recovers these glands and returns them to the chapter. The genetic material within is used to culture the next generation of gene seed. Without the progenoid glands, a chapter cannot reproduce itself, and will eventually cease to exist. Every Space Marine carries his chapter's future inside him. Phase 19 Black Carapace. The final implant, and the one that defines a Space Marine above all others. A black film implanted under the skin of the torso where it hardens, spreads, and connects directly with the nervous system. Interface ports are installed through it afterward. The Black Carapace is what allows a Space Marine to wear and operate power armor as if it were his own body, feeling through it, moving through it, integrated with it at a neurological level. Without the Black Carapace, power armor is simply a heavy suit. With it, the armor becomes an extension of the warrior himself. The conditioning surgery alone does not make a Space Marine. Alongside every stage of implantation, the recruit undergoes hypnotherapy, chemical treatment, and relentless physical training. The implanted organs are inactive without this parallel conditioning. Hypno-indoctrination installs battle doctrines, languages, tactical knowledge, and the psychological framework required to function as an Astartes directly into the recruit's mind during sleep. He learns to control his new physiology, suppress pain and fear, and move and fight in power armor. By the time a neophyte becomes a full battle brother, he has been remade in every sense. The result, a completed Ultramarine, stands between 7 and 8 feet tall, and weighs over 350 kilograms. He has 2 hearts, 3 lungs, an enhanced skeleton of near ceramic density, muscles of extraordinary mass and strength, blood that seals wounds in seconds, eyes that function in near total darkness, a digestive system that can process almost anything, and the ability to survive conditions that would kill every other living thing around him. He can go without sleep for over 300 hours. He can spit acid. He can eat the memories of his enemy. He can survive briefly in the vacuum of space. He is connected to his chapter's history through the gene seed he carries, linked biologically to every Ultramarine who came before him and every one who will come after. When he dies, an apothecary will cut the progenoid glands from his body so that his genetic legacy continues. The Ultramarines maintain all 19 implants in full working order, one of only a handful of chapters in the Imperium that can claim this. Their gene seed, derived from Primarch Roboute Guilliman, has remained stable across 10,000 years and thousands of successor chapters. The Emperor designed the process once. It has not needed revision. Every Ultramarine walking the galaxy today was built by that process. Every one of them began as a boy on a world in Ultramar who passed a test most candidates failed. Every one of them survived what followed.